John, as we look ahead to this one, FA Cup winner with Chelsea, Mario Melchior. Mario, good morning.
Morning, Mario.
Good morning, guys. Good
Mario,
morning.
where are we? Are we Waikiki? Are we San Diego? Are we Beverly Hills? Where are Rodeo Drive? Where are we, Mario?
We're in Amsterdam, guys. Just taking it easy. Stay in
Boring,
Amsterdam.
drizzly, horrible, foggy Amsterdam.
It's all closed, isn't it, Mario?
And no, it's 8 o'clock.
8 o'clock.
The restaurants are kind of closed. And, 8 o'clock. But away from that, we are still moving around. I'm going to the gym in a minute, but we're done. So I'm good.
So Mario, Chelsea, we talked about at the start of the season. They looked a strong unit in terms of squad, and there's that steel about them, along with the class, and it looks like Lukaku could be back as well.
Yeah, definitely. I feel like, when you have a team and you have so many young talents that are coming through and they're performing on a certain standard, that's exactly what you want as a club. I mean, coming, of course, my background being from Ajax, and then seeing what Chelsea have built over the time, that they try to invest so much time in young ones, and now you see them all coming through. I mean, look, if you look at the game that just passed, Chalobah, James, I mean, and I'm not calling the ones that always been doing it there, like Mount and all them, but I'm just saying, like, those two guys, for example, just to point out an example, if you're that young, you're looking at a first team and you want to play for them, and then you break through, and then winning things, that's always the key thing.
Barry, I've looked at both sides. Both got injuries. I mean, Varane at centre half. You got Pogba now has picked up an injury. He's gone to Dubai, I think, to get his. I think he's gone to Dubai for treatment.
What?
You got?
It's just a joke. It's an absolute joke.
I think Cavani's out as well, and obviously with Chelsea in the week, a great performance, 4-0 win, but Kante and Chilwell limped off, and so I'm sure Chelsea be hoping that them two guys are fit.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, look, you don't Kante, we all know what kind of balance he brings to the team, and I think that's one of the key figures that they definitely want to be part of it. Well, I have to compliment him because, if you look back at the beginning of the season when Alonso was playing, everybody was saying probably going to be hard for him to come back into the team. And look how he got himself back into it. So for him, this is not the time to be injured because you always, Ray, when we're playing, look, we're all waiting for our chance. But one thing you don't want to get injured and give someone else the opportunity. And then it starts lingering on the coach's head to see who he's going to play the next game. So, no, Chilwell definitely don't want to get injured now.
Manchester United, on the other hand, that's fallen apart at the moment. Although, still Champions League, still could maybe finish top four. FA Cup. Rangnick, it looks like Ralph Rangnick is coming. Mario, do you know much about this German coach? He comes highly spoken of with the likes of Tuchel and the likes of Klopp saying, no, he is the top man.
Yeah, definitely. Look, he had a spell at, I don't want to call it a spell because he had enough time at Leipzig and Schalke. But away from that, he also had the opportunity, what came out, that he had the chance to go to Chelsea. He said no to that moment because he didn't want to be an internship manager. But now he goes to Man United. And for saying no to Chelsea, I get it. And that is not something like I'm trying to pick on any team. But I think this task, what he said yes to, is going to be harder than the one that he could have taken at Chelsea. Maybe now it's afterwards talking because now Chelsea's doing so well, but it comes down to Tuchel and it doesn't come down to anyone else. But away from that, I think going to Man United is a little bit harder than he thought it would be because, look, one, you have star players in it. So you don't have to worry about the individuals in the team. But one thing you have to be worried about, how can you make this a team?
Mario, one quick one. Champions League, I don't know what games you watched. I watched Manchester City, fascinating, and Liverpool, no problem at all. Who's going to win the Champions League? Who are you most impressed with so far?
I'm impressed by the way Chelsea's playing, and that's really easy for me. But the way, like you already mentioned, that Liverpool and City has to win it. That's just the one that I put the pressure on.
Yeah, but it's going to be fascinating. It really
Maybe
is.
Can I just quickly ask you about the goalkeeper situation as well? I mean, we've seen De Gea got back in the side now, but Mendy for Chelsea. I talk about players who've come in and made an impact, and I played it. I was lucky to play.
Isn't it?
I was lucky to play in front of some great goalkeepers. Jens Lehmann in 2004, Davy Seaman before that. You always got to have a good goalkeeper. So I think Chelsea with Mendy have really found someone who's different class.
Mendy is, like I've watched him really closely because he comes from Rennes, and that's a team that I played myself. But just the way he's performing, and you're calling someone out, like I'm just that happy for him, because when he got his chance to be in the team, I start secretly, like how people say you slide in the DM at WhatsApp, at Instagram. That's what I sometimes drop him a note and say like, "Hey, congrats!" And he always takes the time to reply back. But I like him as a player, and I'm happy that he's doing so well.
Mario, listen, have a great time over there. I'm only kidding. Amsterdam's one of my favourites, so have a lovely few days there before you go back to the States. And thank you, Mario.
Talk Sport Breakfast with Alan Brazil. Thursday and Friday morning, 6 till 10. On AM, on DAB, via the Talk Sport app and on your smart speaker. Talk Sport.